Simone Johanna Maria Simons is a Dutch singer-songwriter. She is the lead vocalist of Dutch symphonic metal band Epica. Early life and formation: Simons was born in Owensbroek, Netherlands. She has a younger sister by the name of Janet who was born on Simone's second birthday. Her interest in music manifested itself at a very early age. Simons started playing flute for 2 years after joining music school at the age of 12. At the age of 14, she had 1 year of pop singing lessons, and at age 15, she switched to classical singing after listening to Nightwish's Oceanborn, which remains her favorite Nightwish album. At one point she was invited to join in a rehearsal for a black metal band. She joined it, although was a little afraid to sing. Simons sang in a choir for a few months, and later joined Epica. In early 2002, Mark Jansen left after Forever over creative differences. He then began looking for musicians who would work towards a more classical symphonic type of music project. This was initially named a Euro Sahara Dust Euro. In late 2002, the band courted Helena Michelson as its frontwoman, but shortly after she was replaced by the then unknown Simons, who was Jansen's girlfriend at the time. The band's lineup was completed by guitarist Ad Sluiter, drummer Jeroen Simons, bassist Steve Hartz, and keyboard player Cohen Jansen. The name was later changed to Epica, inspired by Camelot Euro unregistered trademark's eponymous album. Epica then assembled a choir and a string orchestra to play along with them. Still under the name Sahara Dust, they produced a 2-song demo entitled Cry for the Moon in 2002. As a result, they were signed to Transmission Records. Epica performs a blend of progressive metal, gothic metal and symphonic metal. Another component of Epica Euro unregistered trademark style is power metal. Their former guitarist Ad Sluiter having described the band as a Euro bridge between power metal and gothic metal. Simons has expressed a preference for the group to be described as symphonic metal, though the founder of the group Mark Jansen notes that they do not mind being called gothic metal. The music of Epica is aggressive, bombastic and excessive, with some songs being a Euro epic, grand and majestic a Euro, and others a Euro more subdued and introspective a Euro. The band is also known to have progressive tendencies, while a gothic atmosphere and sentimentality is also present in their music. Personal life: in January 2008, Simons was suffering from MRSA. This forced Epica to cancel many of their shows. In February, her condition improved, but she had not completely recovered. In March, Epica toured with Amanda Somerville, replacing Simons for their USA tour until May 11, 2008, when Simons performed again at their show in Bijbelot, Dordrecht. Asked about her looks as one of the factors that attracts attention to Epica, Simons said, "First of all, the most important is the sound of the band, because beauty will fade one day, and I hope my voice won't." Laughs. "But, yeah, you have two aspects of the band, a Euro the music and then the live side of it, and part of the show is also that it has to look nice, so I take good care of myself, I make sure that the fans have something to look at during the show." Among her inspirations, Simons cited metal bands such as Lacuna Coil, Nightwish, Tristania, Camelot, Within Temptation, Dimmu Borgir, Tiamat, some classical music such as Mozart. While appreciating tattoos in other people, Simons said she won't ever get one. Simons and longtime partner, Camelot keyboard player Oliver Palatai, have a son, Vincent Palatai, born on October 2, 2013. In December 2013, Simons announced on her blog that she had recently got married to Palatai. Simons runs a blog called Smoon Style, where she writes about her fashion, makeup, food and experiences she has had as a member of Epica, as well as in her personal life. Discography with Epica Albums: The Phantom Agony, Consigned to Oblivion, The Divine Conspiracy, Design Your Universe, Requiem for the Indifferent, The Quantum Enigma. Singles: The Phantom Agony, Faint, Cry for the Moon, Solitary Ground, Quietus, Never Enough, Chasing the Dragon, Unleashed, Martyr of the Free World, This Is the Time, Storm the Sorrow, Forevermore, The Essence of Silence, Unchain Utopia, Victim of Contingency. DVDs, We Will Take You With Us, Retrospect. Other releases, Cry for the Moon, The Score An Epic Journey, The Road to Paradiso, The Classical Conspiracy. Guest appearances Aina Days of Rising Doom, Camelot The Black Halo in The Haunting, and appears in its video, Camelot One Cold Winter's Night in The Haunting, Camelot Ghost Opera in Blood One Quarter Share, and Season's End, Primal Fear New Religion in Every Time It Rains, Arion 01010001 in Web of Lies, Xistus and US Concert Equilibrio in Act 1 My Song of Creation, Act 2 Destiny Unveiled, and Act 2 God of Symmetry, Sons of Seasons Gods of Vermin in Fallen Family, Fall of Byzance, and Wintersmith, Camelot Poetry for the Poisoned in House on a Hill, So Long, All Is Over, 2010, Mayan Quarter Past in Symphony of Aggression, Mainstay of Society, Bite the Bullet, Drown the Demon, and Sinner's Last Retreat, Sons of Seasons Magnus Viricon in Sanctuary, Avalon Angels of the Apocalypse, Angra Secret Garden in Secret Garden, Counter Move, The Power of Love charity single for the Red Cross, originally by Frankie Goes to Hollywood, Leaves. Eyes, King of Kings in Edge of Steel. References. External links, Simone Simons' official website, Simone Simons' official blog, Epica's official website.